It was just before Christmas, and we were running around taking care of last-minute things. We were beaming with excitement, as something we had been working towards was right around the corner. But there were a few other things first, and so we ate our beans and ferments and woke with the sun to make the most of the days. Another good year was closing out strong, and the weeks ahead were going to be very exciting. So the presents were wrapped, and one of my oldest childhood friends stopped by, who I hadn't seen in a few months.
I never gave to you, and it still works. It's not cheese, is it? No. It sucks. I don't care about a stranger at all.
More presents were wrapped, and I put together a candy cane scavenger hunt for my nieces and nephew before heading to my parents' house for Christmas Eve. But I had been struck with an Achilles problem that left me in a homemade crutch.
Looking so good. Christmas Eve 2025.
And on Christmas morning, a beautiful pancake breakfast set the tone. The Achilles worked itself out, and we had a great day at Allie's parents', where we totally unwound and put the cameras away.
Oh, there.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put on a different change of clothes.
Okay.
They look nice.
And after a few days of calm, the excitement started.
Did you see the new,
Yeah. They also
Like when they told me, I had to take the accident.
We were off on our annual New Year's Eve trip with our best friends Noah and Kaylee to see a place that my other best friend Mason had been telling me about for years. and we took a break from the firewood and the plowing and the shivering to put our toes in the sand and catch a couple rays. We free-dived, ate fresh fish, and lived very easy.
On the bed. You can take a picture of that.
And with the recharge, Allie and I couldn't wait to get home and jump into that thing we had been working towards. Took a really nice break this past holiday season. Was able to stay away from the computer and just spend time with family and friends through Christmas and New Year's, and go on a really fun trip with friends to the tropics. That was an awesome way to recharge. And now we're back home in the doldrums of January, and we've got the basement to work on, which has been a long time coming, and we're really excited for. Got a good plan to make some serious progress. And ever since that break, life has just been going at a really good pace. There's been a lot of little background changes in my life that have been really positive. Been waking up naturally with the sun and having a really nice morning routine, and AG1 has been a big part of that. AG1 is a daily health drink. They've actually improved their formula in a couple ways, and this is the next gen AG1. And what I like about it is that AG1 Next Gen is clinically shown to support gut health. It now has prebiotics and probiotics. This time of year especially, when we don't have our garden going and there's not great access to fresh local vegetables, it fills in common nutrient gaps. I love it. I love waking up early, going downstairs, make my little shaker bottle, come upstairs. I've got my own little routine. I like to stretch, some push-ups, just some stuff to get the blood flowing. I like to drink it on an empty stomach. And after my little routine, I do feel a boost of energy. I feel motivated, excited for the day. They've got a bunch of different flavors. I really like the original. It's got a tropic taste to it. It's very enjoyable. Another thing about AG1 is that they invest in gold standard clinical trials. There's not a lot of companies that spend that kind of money on real research that's peer reviewed. So go to drinkag1.com/troutandcoffee or scan the QR code to get 3 free AG1 travel packs and 3 free AGZ travel packs. Plus free vitamin D3 plus K2 and an AG1 welcome kit with your first AG1 subscription order. So thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video, and now back to the story. All right, it's January 2026. I just want to do a full tour through the house as it sits. For memory's sake, besides a couple rooms like the upstairs right here, it's a total mess. It's been a mess for 3 years as we've moved in and renovated. It was foreclosed upon when we bought it. There was a lot of problems, and we've worked through a bunch of them. So I want to take a video of exactly how it is right now, how we've been living, because today we are actually finally going full steam on the basement. So I just made a new shelf up above here for a lot of our stuff because we had to put a mini split in here. I had some shelves. So the closet is feeling good. The bedroom area is clean and cozy. That's been nice. That's been one of our only organized spots in the whole place. And then downstairs it starts to get messy. Can't wait to have this TV stand gone. The couch that the cats have absolutely destroyed. We're putting a bigger one in the basement. The tiny little kitchen that just doesn't work. The broken bathroom door that doesn't close. And then this is all our stuff from the basement that's just been sitting here for a year now, making this room basically useless. Because we're gonna have a gym in the basement, and yeah, a lot of this stuff is just kind of storage. So it's been tough not having this room, because it's probably the most beautiful room in the house with all the windows. So we haven't used it at all. And there's just, you know, stuff is just piled up on all the shelves, and it's just been a mess. It's in the middle of renovations. And then you've seen the basement many times if you've been watching, but this is where we're at right now. We've got some materials stacked up. We've got the walls all down, ready to go. The goal for today is we got to finish getting out the old heating system and remove the old furnace. We got to get these beams installed to reinforce this girder beam so we can remove this post, which is going to give us a ton of more space over here for couch, wood stove, TV. This will be the living room area, and we can make the upstairs a dining room next to the kitchen. So going to be a lot of work, but going to be life-changing. With progress underway, we were catching a nice little groove, and that satisfying feeling carried through the days and into the nights with good friends.
I thought you already got a new one.
No.
At one point.
No, that red one that I was driving, that's my car.
Your 440? You did?
Two-stroke Trout, right?
That's right.
These 1/2-inch by 14-foot steel plates were quite heavy, but I had an idea with a tow strap and a couple ratchet straps that might allow us to tackle it by ourselves.
Why won't this come over anymore?
it's stuck.
Okay.
Hold it. One. Okay, let it down a little bit. We're on it.
It's caught again.
Let it down a little bit.
We went back and forth trying a few different things, making a few different mistakes, but overall, I could tell it was going to work.
All right. Coming along.
We had made a huge push this time last year on the basement. We thought we were going to finish renovating it last spring, but it just didn't work out that way, and we lost all momentum.
And last time too, where it doesn't go anymore after a bit.
Heavy wash.
It's gone.
And after staring at these plates month after month, it was exhilarating to have them in place and have rebroken the seal on a project that was going to change our daily lives. Change makes me feel alive. I don't do well without an organized space, and the past few years of the house being a mess has had me a bit off kilter. But during these days of progress, that old feeling came back. Combined with a bunch of other small regiments in the background, has brought a whole new wave of inspiration and optimism that I've been longing for. A lot of new bills and expenses came with buying the house, and I worked more than ever the last few years to keep it all at bay and to keep my mind off the mess. And from that, I learned that's not the way that I want to live. Sure, I'd make more money and things would get paid off quicker, but at what cost? time is the most valuable thing there is. And 2026 is going to be slower. We were going to finish this house and enjoy it, but not without enjoying the process and balancing along the way. Allie's not around today, so I'm just kind of at the house by myself, taking care of a few things. I actually just borrowed a flux core welder from Allie's dad. He was fixing his wood stove and he had it in the foyer, and I asked him about it. He said, go ahead, take it, try it out. I've wanted to weld for so long, so I'm gonna practice it right now. I've never welded in my entire life.
All right, here's my first ever weld. What happened? It just stopped.
Just for the people at home, tell them why you did the hair, just so everybody knows.
Well, I've been logging with Dickin starting this winter about 3 weeks ago. Got to wear a helmet all day long, and my long hair I get puffed up, flyaways and turns into dreadlocks. And these braids, I got to tell you, you don't need to do too besides enjoy them. And yeah, they stay out of your way and they stay clean. I freaking love them. And when I got them brand new, they clack like metal. Sweet. Yeah, touch them. Ooh.
And so the nights were full of self-care, which made every morning an exciting opportunity.
Now.
What the heck?
I've never
Wow.
seen anybody more interested in anything.
Here he comes. He just wants to see what's going on. Go check it out, Mel.
Why are you bobbing your head like that?
He was thinking maybe he could just inspect it a little bit.
Now.
What the heck? No.
You're in the way, Mao.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
That's it.
I didn't think we'd be able to put the new basement windows in until the spring, as usually the snow is piled high where they sit beneath the roof. But there was a rainy stretch that melted away most of our winter progress and allowed us to make our attack on a fine sunshine day. And so it was finally happening. A vision that had been brewing for 3 years was coming to fruition. And it wouldn't be long until the basement was done, and that little A felt even more like home.